Okay. Oh, we're on site doing a land clearing with Rita Morgin in Chicala. Thank you, Rita.
You're welcome. So part of this land clearing is I'm bringing in Archangel Michael to clean and clear debris and hold space for everybody. All the spirits, the spirit of the land, the relationships that need resolving, and all the people attending this clearing. Scout team is out to peacemake. Bouncer is on to make sure no energies stick, but all energies are sent through Archangel Michael to clean and clear.
Okay.
Archangel Metatron is on and running a Bagua clearing. With Metatron's cube. And we're just clearing all the energies from this space.
Mm.
And Archangel Raguel is out. And it says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now.
Yeah. Let me mention another thing about the area, because there's like a feud. There's this kind of feud thing which divided a family, and they had a big property here, and this might be involved with that, but I don't know, right? But it's because it's so close to it, this could easily be part of it too.
It's kind of indirectly involved.
It could be the same family because the land's so close. It might be the same land.
And because this is one of the events that triggered the feud.
That would make sense. Yeah. Like here we're at the driveway to Mahawa, and that's one of the properties on the beach, right? And a hotel and restaurant and stuff, and a romantic spot. So this is a driveway into it. And so it's all it looks like it's part of a big lot. And this was attached. So like we got Mahawa, and then Mardahade next to it, a holistic retreat center and yoga center. And then beside that, tapas bar. And then beside that, there's Ohm's tree. And so all of that was one property, one family, right? Because they could have made one big, awesome resort. They have all of that. It's a big amount of waterfront property. But then because they've feuded and divided it up, it's all these different ones. So the only one that's really successful is Mardahade.
Interesting. You may want to have those businesses contact me to do land healing on their spaces so that they can be profitable and resolve the feud if they choose.
Oh, yeah. And they could all use it, even Mardahade, because they're all involved.
All of them. All of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Because there is no harmony in this area, and it's interesting that this is the road to all places, and that's why I feel like it's one of the events that started the feud.
Yeah, and this is something people feel here too. Like some people who are sensitive, they said some weird. It's a peaceful spot, but then there's this anger, resentment energy because that feud, and they all had to go their separate ways, and they divided it up. They could have been much more successful together.
I just think it's so interesting that I knew none of this story, but as soon as I heard you say there is a ruined house, I immediately had to text you.
You had what?
I immediately had to text you as soon as I heard about the ruined house and say, I want to do a clearing here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad you did.
Any of that story.
Yeah. It's great. Did you see it on my YouTube channel? It's just a video that has no name, like numbers.
A video that
Okay.
has no name, and you start talking about the pathway.
Yeah, the way up to the hill. Because I
On
was
the way
talking
to
with
the hill.
Ricky, he wanted to know, and I figured I'll film it. He wanted to be anonymous. Because I
And
interviewed him recently, but we kept him off video. And so
right,
we did it. I was like, oh, it's like, since you want to know, other people want to know too. I'll just film myself and keep you off the camera. And if you want to ask me any questions, go ahead. And that's how we did that. So thank you for watching it.
so some of your videos, I wonder why they have been posted.
It's
But
a
that
journey.
one,
It's the
that one
documenting the
was
journey.
what?
Oh, it's documenting the journey. The purpose of all those that don't have a name, they're just a number, because that's what my system is naming it. It's just a timestamp, right?
Right,
It's the date and time. So the reason of those is just following with my journey. If I were to label them all, I wouldn't have time for that.
right,
Someone else can do that. But what I'm doing there is letting people follow the journey. So if I happen to do stuff or whatever, or I see something interesting, I could document it as I go. And I have a system of being able to publish that and let people follow along. And it's all dated and stamped. So it's not just the YouTube. That's where the video is. That's where it gets stored. Then I have a website, and then people can play them, and every day is labeled and stuff. And it's like, here's what happened. And you can follow it. It's not just the videos. It's everything I speak about and teach in the audios and anything I write. So it's all, if I give it away, right? Anything I make public, it's all there.
okay.
And another thing, for your friend or mentor, the other person, you said they could dial in too. Like, we don't know if they could necessarily get on Zoom. Could you send the message that has all that in it? It had the Zoom link and then all the call-in numbers. If you just copy and paste the whole message, it should be easy to do it from your phone. I think you put your finger over it, like you hold it, and then it should pop up with copy. Okay.
Okay, I am running lots of heat. So I've got my rock friends here. And the next one is a rock that has a screaming giraffe on it. And I call it Giraffe Has a Voice. And Giraffe is radiating love to the situation, because Giraffe's voice is love and harmony. And I'm just saturating the land with the voice, because there are energies that have not been heard, that have not had a voice. So I'm giving those energies the space to have a voice. And I guess that opening that door, I'm getting a collection of spirits that are on this land all coming together to listen and to talk and to peacemake. And the next card that I drew is Patience. It's Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And this is for the voice. So I'm going to leave that door open and saturate the land with patience and loving support, so that every spirit in this space can talk. I'm basically, what we're doing right now is holding space for the spirit of the land and the spirits of the people and the dead spirits to be loved and cared for and heard. Now, we don't necessarily need to be in on the whole conversation, so I'm just going to let it run. If you feel anything, like if you have an urge to say something, say it. That's something that needs to be heard, and then we'll resolve that energy. Did I lose you, Bevan? Okay. Archangel Michael, amp up the field to support Bevan. Calling in angels of
Okay.
technology. You're
Oh
back.
yeah, I was muted somewhere. Sorry about that.
I got promoted to host somehow.
Oh, okay.
So I
Oh,
just amped
okay.
up the energies around you.
Thank you. It's still showing me as a host in this thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're doing the land clearing.
I'm doing the land clearing, but briefly you disappeared and got muted, and then
Oh,
I was
okay.
promoted to host.
Okay, yeah, it might have just dropped like that. That's cool. It kept recording. Hello. Buenos dias.
Lynn, are you here?
Enjoy. Oh, I didn't see anyone else in here. Those are people going by on the path.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I called.
Well, the things that I heard was like, thank you. Like when you opened it so that they could talk, I pretty much heard a thank you. And then maybe like, why did this happen?
And basically, my answer to that is life, and because the energies weren't cared for. So, in order to keep relationship harmony, we're going to have to care for energies that we don't necessarily like, but to acknowledge them and care for them. Send them love and light. Or actually, I've been changing sending love and light into holding love and light.
I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes.
Ah.
I can walk around a little bit, but also
to walk as much as you like.
Okay.
Ah.
Just because I've been in the same spot for a while, that could be why.
So I'm just saturating the land with space for honoring the little things, the niggly pigglies, the little things that slid by attention and started harming people.
Oh.
And sending love and light to the mosquitoes. Help them to calm down. It's it is still early morning. They're still kind of active, right?
Yeah. I walked around, like I went down the driveway more into Mahawa, just like there's parking area there. And then I could look at this property from more sides around it, right? So like the rock walls, just I went around it a bit on the outside of it, just so I've seen more of it from different angles.
Oh, cool. So you're just outside the property, right?
Yeah, I continued around it, and like I was staying on the driveway, and I looked at it from the beach side a bit more, like downhill.
Okay. So then
Just
you're
to move
at an
around.
area I can do a stronger energy dump.
Okay, and I'm doing the same thing going the other way. So now I'm like going uphill up that driveway, just because we can look at it from different positions.
Okay. Calling in the network of sacred gathering spaces to saturate this land, the light grid on this land, with loving, healing light, loving, gentle communication, acknowledgement and honoring for all spirits in this place, and protection for all that pass through. Okay, when I say in protection for all that pass through, I don't have permission to do that. So I'm going back to the spirit of the land and ask the land what it needs to offer protection for all that pass through.
Yeah. People walk by here all the time, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
so I'm asking for the land for that right of way.
Okay. I saw that people went into the property. So like this morning when I guess I was already here, or I was just getting here or something. I think maybe I was here and then people walked up, but they went up the steps and then just walked through it. They're like, interesting, right? Because they looked at it. They didn't get super involved, right? But they walked up the steps and then, so they're in that property and then they walked out through the driveway. But they looked around at it, just kind of briefly. Just as a picture, right? Because I don't know exactly what people do, but there's some people walk by it, some look at it like that, I guess.
Okay. It looks like, okay. Spirit that I am, please flow through me your loving, healing light to relieve this land of its burden. Archangel Michael, I'm opening up a door of love and light and elevation for all spirits and all energies who are ready to go through that door. I ask you to guard it and clean and sweep all energies that no longer serve. So the reason why I called up this door is when I'm directly asking the land what it needs, my feet start cramping up.
Mm.
And that is the one of the ways that I shed energy, that energy that no longer serves, I ground it out.
Mm.
And in this case, I'm directing it through a door so that it doesn't ground out back into the land.
Okay.
So there's a lot of energy on this land, a lot of that relationship issue that I'm just taking completely off the land.
Mm. I'm very grateful that you're doing this. It sounds like it may help me with relationships too, because like, you know, the karma of this is for helping heal relationships. I wanted to make relationships better back in 2007. And and I want to be able to have a great relationship myself.
Right. Well, this may be an energy clearing for you as well. I pulled relationship cards. After I pulled the angel cards, they said continue pulling for my altar for the relationship I'm calling in, and they might serve for you as well. So I will read them after we're done with the land.
Okay. Yeah, it probably is for, I mean, I think it's all happening for a reason, and I'm here, right? I made that video, you watched it, you wanted to do the thing, and then I'm involved in being here. And it was a relationship that brought me to Chikala in the first place. If I didn't have that relationship, we wouldn't have come here. And then it wasn't the best relationship either, but anyway, still I'm grateful because like I wouldn't have found this place otherwise. This whole beautiful place.
Okay. Then that takes me to the next rock. And it's an open heart. And it's an open heart of holding all relationships in love and light.
All right.
Gratitude and thanks. And in that process, the statement with this rock is, I am releasing an ocean of tears, transforming them into an ocean of loving, healing light.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a great thing for me to do, because I have resentment in relationships too, not just things like that. I mean, it's not just love like that. It's great for me to do. And I know
is for
and I know that would be useful for my mom to do too.
You can always send this to her too.
Okay.
You know, anything I do is always welcome to be shared.
All right.
The more land's healed, the more sacred space.
All right. Would you like to see the place again? Maybe see the trees and stuff too?
No, I have more clearing to do.
All right.
And I want to keep focused on that, so my eyes are closed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I've got 4 lights in front of me. What direction does the path from the driveway run?
Well, I'm not sure which path you mean, but I guess like when we come in on this driveway, like when they drive into Mahawa, so they're driving towards the beach. So this is like west. So west is the driveway coming in, and then on our left is the house. So the house is to the south of this driveway.
Okay.
Like those steps, they would walk up going south and go into the house. Basically, you're going south.
Okay.
The house is the south end of the lot.
Okay. The alignment of this was, I had a point at the north, a point at the south. I cleared that line first. So I cleared the line walking into the house, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then to the west of that. So next, you're in the middle of the house. You turn west. There is another line that needed to be cleared, another energy. And then just a little bit northwest of that is another energy. And so I just sent a line of something that I cannot even name through that space to clean and clear. It's like an energy of wind to just clear it.
Okay. My God, you have a lot of work to do, right, in the world. You can do castles and things. I may be talking with Marilyn Jeanette later today, and I remember her talking about like, I don't know where she was financially, but she's able to manifest great things, right? She has the universe on speed dial, like unexpected income and stuff in just 2 weeks. So she teaches people, feel free to prosper, and she like got this. She got some. She did it without any marketing and advertising and stuff, and got companies calling her, right, and hiring her, and went to a castle and stuff like that. She got like big clients. So I'm talking with her later today. But anyway,
Okay.
just it made me think of the castles.
Introduce me. As you pick that up, I've seen a blue flag with an eagle's head. And whatever that is, I'm holding it in love and light.
Okay.
It's in the same space that the relationship harmony is, and the same space where it's on that property after you've gone into the house and you've moved to the west, the southwest. That's where it's located. So.
Oh yeah, when I was in the southwest, that's where you said you're getting too close to something.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's like a turret and a flag, and then you started talking about her and castles, and
okay,
it's all like showing up simultaneously, like an instant before you start talking about it.
All right, yeah, cool.
Okay, so now I'm getting cold because the wind might not be going through you, but it's really going through me.
Okay. Oh, lots of wind.
Yeah, the wind's going through me massively. So I'm going to call myself back in to flowing water. And then I'm going to grow myself deep into the earth, call myself into World Tree, grow my roots deep and deeper still. Greetings, Earth Mother. Greetings, myself that has no name. I call all of me up into the body of Rita Morgin. Keep me grounded and focused on what the priorities for this land are. And I ask you to come up and with loving earth energy to help heal this land. And then I'm calling in the land of the golden ray and heavenly energies. I'm calling in Archangel Raphael and asking for angel therapy. The angel therapy card says, give your cares and worries to us, angels. Allow us to take your burden. So that I'm directing to the land. The angels are here to take any other burdens that the land would like to release. All these energies will be cared for in love and light. Okay, so now the conference, the energy of the voices needing to be heard, that's starting to dissipate.
Oh, okay.
Now, does anybody specifically own this property? Right here,
I don't.
the burnt house.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm assuming someone owns it. Yeah, because I mean they had a house here before. I just don't know who owns different properties.
Right.
Aside from in those ones I mentioned, like those, Mahawa,
right.
Mardahati, Tapas. I know people that are involved with these things, but I don't know this thing.
If you are by any chance able to find out who owns this property, I would like to ask them if they'd like to rededicate this land as sacred gathering space, because this
Okay.
land wants to be rededicated. But
Oh, okay.
I will not dedicate land as sacred gathering space without a steward to hold space for the land.
Okay. Okay, cool.
In the meantime, I can call in the network of sacred gathering space and ask it to stand steward for this land and hold it in sacred gathering space of love and light.
Cool.
Okay, that feels better. Then I'm allowed to bring in more energies. I'm calling in the land of the golden ray to flood and saturate this space with loving, healing light. And that's weird. Oh, I've got a weird orientation of words. And hold this space in loving sacred geometry.
Okay.
That's a new one for me. But I see the geometry. I see the picture. It's like that web of light that I was talking about, the land of the golden ray and the network of sacred gathering spaces is holding that web of light in support, because the land can't hold it by itself. The land needs a relationship with a human willing to stand as steward of the land. And that's relationship is what holds sacred gathering space. I
That's the
sent
owner?
a recording of this because I'm learning more about what it is that I do.
That's so cool. Yeah, and this is fascinating.
And that's why I'm working with people with one land at a time, and with people if I'm working on reigniting that relationship between the land and the people.
Oh, yeah.
And dedicating sacred gathering space between the land and the people.
That's cool. You know, it also made me, because I care about people, it also made me think about Dasha Makona, because she said she's part owner of a 800-acre intentional community that she was there from the beginning of the vision of it, and they're building it, right? They're making it happen. It's in Costa Rica. She visited there. When I just talked with her on Zoom, that was that last night before she left there to go back to Maui, where she lives, for a couple of days before she went to Bali to finish making courses. But anyway, she was visiting that place, and it's like a vision coming true.
Cool.
So it's a sacred gathering space for sure, right? They're making a really cool intentional community.
And one of the things that I am now specializing in is, as an intentional community, one of the services that I do offer is a group healing call for that whole community. It's one of the things that I'm doing with the community of Seward, Alaska. There is an intentional group of women who come together to meditate and to hold space for love and light. Hey, Lynn, I see that you're here. Welcome.
Okay.
Your timing is perfect. You waited until most of the energy is cleared. So what I'm doing in this, I'm coming together with communities and having those people as part of the community come into the clearing and all as a group put their intentions on it, and it charges things so much more. It's more
It
than
makes
I can do
sense.
by myself, and it's more than you and I can do together. You
Yeah.
keep on adding people, and it grows exponentially.
Oh yeah, great. It makes sense because they call it an intentional community.
Right.
And let me unmute. Lynn just too, so she can say hello.
Hi,
You're
Lynn.
unmuted.
She might not want to talk.
Sure. Yeah.
But I know she's there, and I know she's holding space in ways that I don't understand. She's one of the great
Okay.
people that taught me uh, some of the things, words for things that I do, and she taught me um, the four corners grounding that I've used in doing a
Good
lot
to
of
meet
land.
you, Lynn. And thank you. And it's an honor. And we've been here for a bit doing this. And it's very fascinating. It's great to learn more about what Rita does and do this. And I'm just grateful.
Yeah, Lynn Earhart is a great healer and person. She holds space for whatever needs to be cleared. Um, her business is called Light Warrior Arts. Business. Okay, so the land wants to be a business? No. The land has unfinished business. Okay. Next geometry that I'm running is that diamond activation. I'm now
Oh,
calling it sacred geometry. No, I'm now calling it Seal of Solomon Spiral Diamond Light Activation. And I'm opening up the Seal of Solomon and turning the corners of the triangles in spiral direction. And then I'm just saturating the land with this pearlescent white light. I'm saturating the air above and the ground below with this pearlescent white light, and just flooding that energy, flooding love and light throughout the land, and then sending that light into the surrounding community to peacemake and bring love and complete and finish business and create relationship harmony. And that's just spreading into the surrounding communities.
that's great.
Oh, and put out your left hand if you want to receive that as well, because it's coming into my left hand.
Okay.
I'm sending my scout team out with this light to help peacemake in all those communities. That is a beautiful bird noise. What kind of bird is that?
Oh, no.
It almost sounds like a meadowlark, but different.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Okay, that really changes the energy.
Okay. And
Okay.
the sun came out from behind a cloud too.
Okay. So next, I'm not allowed to dedicate sacred gathering space, and I'm also not allowed to create, bring in the energies for the perfect heaven on earth for each being in the spaceship. So I'm moving to talk about calling in love and the 3 cards that I drew for myself that are apparently for you as well. Thank you, Darren Litton, for making me aware of angels and start becoming tolerant of having them in my life. Without that mentor, I am certain that I would not be willing to be surrounded by this many angels. So the first card I drew is called Beloved One or Beloved. And it's Archangel Samuel saying, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship.
You
So
mean for me or for anybody?
I'm doing it on this land. So this,
Okay.
believe it or not, it looks like the way in which this land wants to be dedicated, and what I'm looking for is it's going to be a lovebird nest. People are going to come here not like Lover's Leap, but as in Lover's Picnic area in a burnt out place.
Oh, it doesn't have to be burnt out though, right? They can rebuild it.
They can rebuild it. It's going to be uh, uh, connecting with your soulmate relationship more on a more
Ah.
spiritual level. So people are going to come here with their soulmate to create more harmony and more resolution. This
Oh yeah,
this
that's so great.
this is a sacred gathering space for resolving difficulties, for regeneration. So
Yeah.
rededication, regeneration of a spiritual soulmate relationship.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's a great fit for this area too.
Because this area has been through the trauma, and it's
Yeah.
going to help bring people out of the trauma and into relationship harmony.
Yeah. That's so cool how when we have a wound or whatever and then you heal it, it's like that's where you become stronger. Like a broken bone, it gets stronger at the broken point. And it's like
Yeah.
here, this is what happened here, and then that's what it needed healing. And now it's a leader in that area. So it's like people when they come here, that's what they'll feel is the empowerment of that thing. It makes a lot of sense.
Of strengthening relationships, strengthening that spiritual soulmate bond. Of I'll just continue with the cards that I drew. So Archangel
Okay.
Samuel is saying, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And then
Okay.
I'm opening up that card as a door and setting that card into this land.
Okay.
And this card is actually setting itself at the top of the steps.
Well,
the next card that is for this soulmate relationship, clearing, energizing, and alignment. Okay, so what I do is I do clearings, energizing, and alignment. And this is, sometimes it's clearing, aligning, and then energizing. But it's always clearing first. You clear the horse manure out of the barn before you bring the new horse in. And then the fine tuning is the energy comes in, you align it, and then you align it more, and then more energy can come in. And this is the fine tuning that comes in. Second card is you are safe. Archangel Michael says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And I'm setting this card in, and it goes straight to the south into that spot right before you went into the area that I said you're getting too close.
I was right in the house, up on the second story.
Yeah, that's where this card is going. It's that center, and from there, this door is radiating out.
Okay.
Wow, I just got a new service that I can do. For those people who draw angel cards or tarot cards or whatever other cards, I can take that card energy and saturate it into the land of their space, the space that they stand steward in. I haven't directly saturated card energy in before.
So then this means, because they're doing angel card reading, right? That now, so their cards will be more grounded.
They will have the cards. Not that the cards will be more grounded, but the cards, the energy of the cards are established in their workplace. So they're doing those readings, and the energy is in the cards. The energy works.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now I can establish those energies into the land, the space, the workspace. And it just adds one more facet, more depth to the energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The final card I drew for the relationship clearing and alignment is overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiah says, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Calling in the angels to support this clearing, overcome difficulties, especially technical difficulties, as serves highest good. overcoming relationship difficulties, overcoming resentment. This card is linking to all the other cards, and then it's setting itself on the path. As in, we're choosing to overcome difficulties, and we're taking this path to our beloved. So it's setting itself into the land right before. Is all this energy making you tired?
I don't know.
It could be that the way you release energy is by yawning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels nice and strong. I really like that one. That overcoming difficulties really
Oh, yeah, totally.
feels supportive, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like energizing. It's like, yes, I have the strength to do this.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, supportive, encouraging. It's a great thing around relationships. Lots of people get challenges.
And then the last card that I drew is the card I draw for myself. And it's called creative writing. This is the thing that I least like to do, but in creating this course, I'm needing to write down everything I do. And this card has been sitting next to my open heart rock. So I am opening my heart to creative writing. Archangel Gabriel says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book.
Yeah. Yeah, little by little, it'll come together. Because you're already great at creative speaking. So, it can just be, like typed out.
Right.
Doesn't have to be you. But yeah, some writing. If you do a little bit of writing every day, you make a practice of it. It's a few minutes. It's a great idea. You'll get more and more comfortable with it until it becomes fun and it's not a block. It's just a flow.
And I'm bringing in the energy of Archangel Gabriel into this space as well. To inspire people to write about their experiences.
Yeah, books are a great gift to the world, for sure. I know there's books that have changed my life.
Okay, so there is lots of resistance coming up here. Why?
Oh, about what?
Somebody was trying to write a book on that land, and that's one of the things that was burnt. So back to surrounding this space with love and light, creating relationship harmony. It may have just been a journal, kind of like somebody read a diary and didn't like it, and that's how the argument began. Or it could have been something deeper. So I'm ho'oponoponoing this section. It's one of the arguments about the relationship harmony.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Elisa, do you come here often? All right, just wondering.
No, so I have a project.
Yeah. What kind of project?
Well, there's a 3-year-old fort up on top of the mountain who I fallen in love with.
Oh.
It's never had a halter on.
Oh.
It's completely untrained. So I'm looking at videos of how to like halter train a horse for the first time.
Oh, right.
And I brought a little rope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I one time I grabbed what's it called? A burro, like a donkey, and rode it. This is at Saladita. That's where I learned to surf in 2000 with my dad. So there's a horse up at the top of this hill, you mean?
Yeah.
Like volcano area.
The problem is I don't really have a pen, and I don't have a halter or a long enough rope. I've got a little funny short rope. But I think what I'm going to do is I'll work with her today for about an hour with like a little short rope. And then I'm going to go into town and get myself a haltering rope.
All right.
But there's no pen, so it's kind of easy to get messed up. You know, it's much easier to do if you've got a pen.
Oh, okay.
Kind of crowd the horse against the pen. It has nowhere to go except around and around. You know,
oh, right.
So you can put the pressure on.
Okay.
What about you? What are you up to?
We're doing a land clearing on this place, the ruin.
You're doing a what?
A land clearing. I'm not doing it. My friend is. I'm here to be here. Why? Because the house burned down. There was relationship problems.
Oh, so you're going to cleanse the energy?
This is what Rita's doing. Yeah.
Okay. And what is the end goal?
Oh, well.
What is the end goal of this?
It may be to rededicate it as a sacred gathering space. But not right now, because they need a steward of the land, like who's the owner. You know who the owner of this is? And also it'll be a place where soulmates come and deepen their relationship. Rita, are you still here?
I'm still here. I've just been concentrating on that part of the clearing. Any questions?
Another question.
Oh, okay. I'll put you on speakerphone. Rita?
Okay.
So Elisa is here, right? I was just talking with Elisa, and then I was wondering, because I didn't know if you were hearing, and then you said you were focusing on that, and Elisa asked a question. And then she said, this guy's sitting on me too.
Yes, it could be a sacred soulmate place.
That's what Rita said.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here. Do you speak Spanish, Rita?
No.
I have no idea what he's trying to tell me.
Oh yeah, you can use a translator. You can put that in Google Translate. Open up an app. Either use another app or like in your web browser. You do like Google Translate Spanish to English, and then you can drop these in there and do it.
Holy cow.
You can also tell them to translate it into English and send it to you. Or you can ask them to send it and translate it and put it in English.
Okay, do I have to copy it? Because it's in Messenger.
Yeah, you have to do a copy on one of those things and put it in there.
How do I copy?
Okay, I'll mute myself and Rita can keep doing her work here.
Okay. Bringing in technology angel to assist in creative writing. And assist in communication. Relationship harmony is all about communication. Bringing in the energies and the angels to assist in communication, to assist in bringing love and light to all our words and all our action, that they may serve highest good and develop, broaden, saturate our relationships with loving, healing light. I have 2 more rocks on my mat today. One is an amethyst geode, and it's setting right next to my stone that has the word joy written in golden letters. So now I'm calling in Saint Germain and the violet flame to clean and clear all energies, preventing us from finding joy in our life, from claiming joy in our life, from harvesting joy in our life. Calling in Archangel Michael to pick up all of the energy, the debris energy, as it's being kicked up and assisting to transform it, or taking it through the door of love and light, relieving all spaces and places of that burden. Calling in the energies of abundance, and the joy of wild spaces, saturating the land with loving light. Spirit that I am, please flow through me your loving, healing light as serves the highest good for the gentlest transformation of this land into the sacred place that it desires to become. Calling on the network of safe gathering spaces to hold this space in love and light as serves highest good. Thank you. I'm calling the end to this.
Okay.
I am back. I had to clear a bit of real life debris.
Okay. And what we were doing here, I was talking with her a bit, and then some guy came by and she walked away with him up the hill. Yeah. Also, so once he showed up, and we were sitting there. Well, no, she was sitting on the steps, and I was talking with her a bit, and then this fruit fell out of the tree, but it didn't hit her. It just hit the path in front of us.
What fell out of the tree?
Oh, a small fruit. That's what happened. And then she said, "What? Who's dropping stuff on us?" I'm like, "It's the tree above us." And she said, "Okay, I'm gonna go up the hill with this gentleman." This fruit is like a fig or something. Like it's an inch square, an inch cube kind of shape, but kind of like a little sphere. Oh yeah, it's a strangular fig. So they call it a strangular fig tree, and it's like around a palm tree, and it's to the left. Yeah. When we walk up these steps, right? If you go up the steps, it's on the left at the top of the stairs, like in the property. And so it just fell out of that tree, like within 5 feet of us. Just one.
Yeah, I've seen the video with those vines.
Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
That become trees by using other trees as support for the vine.
Totally. Yeah, and it just keeps growing. They can get huge. There's multiple on the property.
Now, does it eventually kill the tree that it's growing on or not?
It definitely does it sometimes. I've seen them, yeah. Like this one, that's still a green palm tree. But it can strangle them out.
Okay.
But it actually has figs on it. That's interesting.
That's why it's called a fig tree, right?
Yeah, a strangular fig. I don't know if those are good to eat, but anyway, that's not ripe. But it looked like a fig. That's cool. So this land is already bearing fruit just now. So there's good news. It drops fruit right by us. The abundance.
Okay.
So. Oh, and they were talking about relationships too. So she was sitting there. Remember how you were talking about writing and stuff? And then she said, "This guy's hitting on me from Guadalajara or something." And then so I was saying you can use the translate, and you could ask him to translate stuff too. And then that dude came up, and then she was, and I think he said, "Thank you for helping with Susanna." And so you see, they're working on relationships, like difficulties between people. So that's what they were just talking about. And then she went with him, and they walked up the hill. So Susanna is one of the first people in this town too. Like she may have built the first of the first 5 brick and mortar buildings. And when she got here, there was like 3 buildings or something. So it's like 20 years ago or something like that.
Interesting. So Susanna is still alive, right? And it's his relationship?
Yeah. Yeah, it's way across town, and it's over where I'm staying, way on the other side. Totally like the other corner from here. But anyway, she has a beautiful place.
Cool. So I think the energy is solid in this. Is there anything else that's coming up for you?
No, I was just here to do this.
Okay.
So whatever you think.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
If you feel comfortable right now, like no other words need saying, then we're good for right now.
Okay. I don't know. You could just encourage me that I'm creating a perfect soulmate relationship too.
That's why you recorded this, so you get to run this, because this clearing is for the land, and it's for me, and it's for you. And
Okay.
it's also for anybody else who you decide should hear this.
Who I decide should hear it, so I can
Yeah.
share it with people.
So
Okay.
we can share this with people. It's all about creating relationship harmony and resolving energies that have not been heard.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I think this is good. I thank all the
Yeah.
spirit who joined me in this land healing, and feel free to let me know if we need to do anything else here. I would just play this. Every time you play this, it's going to help the land. Every time somebody else plays this, it will help the land. And I will send you copies of the angel cards. Oh, that's interesting. It's a total of 8 cards. 3 for the relationship, 4 for the land, and 1 for my heart, or for the open heart.
Okay.
And I just think that's hilarious that creative writing and the open heart go together.
Huh.
I'm curious as if our writing somehow will bring that relationship together.
Which relationship?
The beloved soulmate relationship that we're both looking for.
Ah. Well, writing, it's good to write exactly what you want. Be totally exactly clear on the relationship and what it feels like in the lifestyle and everything.
Yeah. And I have done that. As a matter of fact, last weekend I went to a vision board workshop, and ended up creating a soulmate vision board. That's not what I intended.
Okay.
I intended to, use my theme for the year and amplify my business and stuff. But what turned out to be happening was a soulmate relationship call-in. And so I just went with it. That was my vision board.
Very cool.
Okay. Thank you very much for doing this with me. And
thank you.
I look forward to listening to the recording, because I wrote down lots on it, or I spoke down lots on it that needs to be written down.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I look forward to what's next too. There's all these things that expanded from this. Okay. And thank you everyone who's listening to the recording. As Rita said, you can use it anytime that you want.
Bye. Blessings.